Okay, so we're doing something a little bit different here today. Here is a game that kicked my butt as a kid, completely and utterly, and this game is the Castlevania Adventure on Game Boy. I'm just after picking it up on PS4 as part of the Castlevania collection, and what you're seeing right here is my second run at it. Now, the difference here is we're doing kind of an analysis of how I've improved the games over the year and how thoughtless I was as a kid more so than anything else. So, as I said, this is my second shot at it right here. The first one ended at the boss and I hit continue. So what we've got is Belmont making his way through as best he can at the moment. I believe the eyeballs come out here. There they go. Delicious eyeballs. And it's a case of sussing things out as I go. This part, by now, as a kid, I used to play this when I was about 10 years old. I'd already be sweating bullets. These crows are quite interesting because that first hit right there where I actually caught it, that was me sussing out exactly how these work. In my first playthrough a couple of moments before this, they gave me a little hassle, but I just happened upon their pattern on that particular maneuver and could take them out every time from there on in. Now, the way this game works is you can pick up upgrades for your whip, which lets you throw fireballs after a while. I believe I just have one upgrade at the moment, which gives me the longer whip. Each of those crows dismantled fairly easy right there. And that's something I never would have sussed out as a child. And of course now, in my 30s, it makes perfect sense. But as a kid, I never would have sussed out the pattern of those crows. They come in from the left, then they dive down and come in from the right, dive down and then attack from the left. I always would have attacked them while they were still flying in from the right. So it makes a huge amount of difference. I also had the complete inability as a kid to not hit any of those eyeballs. If I saw an eyeball, I had to whip it. It was a bad guy, I had to whip it, even if it wasn't for the greater good. Of course, with the invincibility there, running is the best thing to do. As you can see, this game is quite sluggish and plays so, believe me. I remember it being quite sluggish when I played it as a kid, and that hasn't changed at all. It doesn't play fantastically. I'm having a good time in it, but it does not play fantastically at all. There's a fireball attachment there for the whip, waiting for the crow to come down, and boom. As I said, these things seem quite obvious now. I'm sure to people watching at the moment with years of gaming and internet at their disposal at any given second, things like that seem completely obvious. But as a dumb kid in the 1990s, man, this game was so difficult. And it's amazing just knowing how games in general work now changes my entire perception of how to play a game. Just checking to see if there are any secrets with that duck shot right there, that crouch shot. These fall quite fast and you gotta move quite swiftly. Now you'll see I just went to the very edge of that platform before I took that last jump. That's essential, as you will see here. I think I fall down 2 or 3 times here, but Belmont goes all the way over to the side there before he needs to jump. Again, I don't think I ever got across this as a kid. I think every time that bat respawned, I got trashed. But knowing now how hurt boxes and hitboxes work means that I know that I can push him that far across before actually having to jump. Makes a world of difference. And then you mess it all up by just not getting that falling platform at all. But hey, I guess that's the way it goes. You win some, you lose some. But again, knowing that you can push a sprite that far due to his hurtbox, due to the way video games are made and the fact that these sprites are made with boxes around them, invisible to the naked eye, but this is the way video games are created, knowing that makes so much difference. Look how far to the right you can push him before you jump, and if you don't, that jump simply will not work right there. You will be trapped platforming there until your timer runs out. There is a slight delay as I approach this boss battle right here, because I'm waiting for him, I'm lobbing fireballs at him. There's no sign of him. I didn't realise that you actually have to pick up the health in the candle above me before I can, before he actually spawns on screen in order to activate him. Now, I'm not hugely familiar with Castlevania in general, so a lot of things to be learned there. The fireball bounced back, that was learned on the fly. And you can stay just slightly out of the reach of this guy's, what is that, like a mace or a spear or something he's attacking with there. It's handy enough to stay just out of reach, just out of kicking distance, if you will. And he's got quite a big hitbox, as you can see right there. I got struck by his shoulder. And there you go. It's incredibly simplistic, but it just goes to show how different your perspective on games can come throughout the years. This game once kicked my butt. And now it's easy peasy. It's slow and it's sluggy, but it's easy peasy. And again, that game is the Castlevania Adventure. It is a demon from my past. It haunts me somewhat, but it's a fun game, man. In the Castlevania collection, playing it on PlayStation 4, playing the Game Boy game on PlayStation 4 is weird anyway, but I totally intend on continuing to play this game and beating it. I'm having an absolute blast. Thank you for tuning in to this, again, kind of study or analogy of my perception of gaming. I appreciate you sticking around. Tune in to Flirt FM, 2 p.m. every Thursday for more